Hello and welcome to See If It Sticks, the podcast which takes your first world problems, applies liberally a layer of hot wax, and then removes all of the unsightly hair until you have a attractive Brazilian-looking solution.
Oh, very nice.
I'm Dan.
I'm Dom.
I'm Ross.
We are back once again.
Like a renegade master.
D4 damager. Other people.
With our hip-hop special. We
don't call it a comeback.
We don't know, Dom and I don't know the problem that we're doing this week. We're going in blind for once. Ross is surprising us. We're pretty sure that he's just going to get his willy out.
Yep.
He's already...
We're going to solve that problem pretty sharpish.
Does this look infected?
He is already naked from the waist down. On the live stream, you might not be able to see, but there is flesh on show.
Oh my.
But you'll just have to imagine it if you're listening to the audio podcast.
Imagine it swaying in the breeze.
And your imagination will never capture the true horror. What we see.
Or stench. Fortunately, neither the live stream nor the podcast on Thursday will correctly convey the smell which is engulfing the room at the moment.
No smell-o-vision.
If you can imagine camembert, but with an infection.
Pussy camembert.
It sounds like a delicious cheese.
It does, doesn't it?
Don't know about that.
Is it as sort of gloopy as like a warm camembert, or
yeah?
Could we dip bread into it?
You could dip bread into it, yes.
Get those pizza crusts out, Dominic.
There's no crust left. I just wanted to say something actually. I think this is the longest time we've podcasted unbroken without one of us being absent.
The early days, surely.
Being absent for a long time, for a while. That's what I'm saying.
Like back in the early days when Ross still gave a shit. He was here all the time.
Yeah,
that was a good year ago.
It was in his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just kept turning up.
Well, what we used to do when I wasn't around, we used to double up, didn't we? We used to double down.
Yeah, we did.
And so we'd have some in the bag for when one of us was away.
Maybe we should start doing that again. We're
just
like getting lazy.
I like the guests. I enjoy listening to the podcast.
Yeah, that's all well and
listener.
good, Ross, but you don't have to have them in. You're not here when they come in.
You don't have to deal with the smell.
We have to put up with them.
They're unruly. They don't know what they're doing.
No, I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
It's been quite lucky because I've been working my arse off, but I've been off every Monday.
I was going to say, like, we've just been stopping Ross from going to work. He's going to go home to his girlfriend and walking in, and she's like, You've been in that damn podcast again, haven't you? Like, how are we going to pay the bills this month? The dog needs feeding.
The one day a week that I can see her, I'm here. They're here.
Well, we appreciate it, Ross.
We do
That's
appreciate
quite okay.
it.
I've been travelling all over the world and then coming back on Mondays.
Like Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
Have you been away this week?
Yeah, just got back from Dublin yesterday.
Dublin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of Guinness?
I tried my first Guinness. I'd never had one before.
Did you do the think of it like a coffee trick?
I did, and I was talking about that at the table, and someone said, that's a good idea. I expected it to be foul, and it was actually quite pleasant.
That's because you're thinking about it like a coffee.
But I don't like coffee.
Oh.
I was thinking about Marmite.
Marmite.
I thought I'd go down the Marmite route.
Okay.
So something a bit like kind of very
It
extreme savoury.
It does resemble Marmite in its
That's kind of what I imagined
colour.
it to taste like. I thought it was going to be like Bovril.
That'd be quite nice.
I
I like a bit of Bovril.
I've never been a fan of Bovril drink, but I'm quite happy with Bovril on toast.
Really?
I like Bovril on toast. But I'm more of a Marmite man than a Bovril.
I'm a Marmite man.
I'm a Marmite man.
I don't mind a Bovril, but I find it really sickly. Like if I make a mug of Bovril, I get about halfway through and I think I can't drink it.
Does anyone have Vegemite? Is it the same as Marmite?
No, not quite.
Name?
It's actually a little bit more. You get a bit more.
It's a bit more.
A bit more.
Yeah.
I've never tried it, but I'm just going on by Dom's expression.
Yeah.
If I can explain this for the listeners.
Is it stronger flavour?
No, but yes. It's really odd. You have to taste it to sort of get what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It's like it's smooth and it's got an aftertaste. It
Kinda
tastes
like
like Marmite and then it's got a weird sort of like
What are the benefits? What
vegetable? It's more like
It's vegetable stock rather than beef stock.
yeah,
isn't it?
exactly that.
No, because Marmite's yeast extract.
Marmite's
Oh,
yeast
is it?
extract.
Yeah.
So
Bovril's beef.
Yeah,
Bovril's
of
beef,
course.
Marmite's yeast.
So I don't understand
the
why.
thing is, Vegemite is like vegetable like yeast sort of
Right.
thing.
Okay.
And so you get like this sort of cabbagey, like soury cabbagey, a bit like not like sauerkraut because sauerkraut's quite pleasant.
Yes.
But like a sort of weird off cabbagey aftertaste.
Right.
I'll try
So
it
it
one
tastes
day.
like
It's never offered
farts.
to me. Yes.
Ross.
Yes, it does taste like
Nom
farts.
farts. Nom.
So if you're into taking farts in the mouth, Vegemite is your brand.
Brazilian
Oh,
farts.
Marmite man.
Do you leave the lid and then quickly unwind it and go...
Well, I don't like Vegemite. So
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't do
If you had to let someone fart in your mouth, who would it be?
that.
It wouldn't be Dom, I can tell you that much.
I don't know. How about you answer your own question?
You.
Oh, good
Because
God.
then at least it would kill me.
I don't know.
I'd never have to live with it then.
No. I
Dan, the man who let Dom fart in his mouth.
don't know myself. So
Wow. Like pull a Marilyn Manson and get some ribs removed. Do you remember that when that was a bit that was like the rumor at school, wasn't it? The
There's a
Marilyn
rumour
Manson
with
had
Prince as well.
Oh, was it?
Wasn't it?
yeah, it was a rumor with Prince. Yeah.
I didn't hear.
I think
I
that's where it
didn't hear
started.
Prince one.
Yeah, Prince.
I
was,
just heard
Prince
Marilyn,
enjoyed filleting
Marilyn
himself,
Manson.
Well, that's trying to think of a Prince song to make a funny pun on fellatio, but
There's actually a guy that comes to one of my LGBT nights, and I've been told that he can apparently auto-fellate himself.
Really?
I don't know if I'd want to do it.
Extra long penis or really
Because you
bending?
never leave the house.
Well, no, I just don't think it's going to sound really like off because I'd rather someone else did it. But I don't know if I'd want my own dick in my mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I
but then it
totally-
sort of sounds like, well, why are you putting it in other people's?
I totally get what you're saying.
What other persons?
But yeah, right, I don't know whether it's a size thing or if he's particularly flexible. I don't really know the guy, but
I imagine those like Chinese
But
contortionists.
if it's like really long, he could just lay back on like a lazy boy, couldn't he, and just flop it in his mouth?
yeah, I suppose
Oh,
you
geez.
could.
Nom nom
yeah.
nom.
Yeah.
nom,
But
nom.
before we go,
I wonder how they would feel as well, because obviously, no, I'm sort of on this now, because like when you like you masturbate, it's not the same as if someone else does it to you.
Yeah.
no,
Stranger in the bathtub or whatever. So
that's why you're supposed to sit on your hand for 3 days.
well, that's what.
3 days.
So I'm wondering if it'll be a completely different experience if you could do it to yourself.
You're in a toxic shock if you sat there for 3 days. You have to amputate you.
I thought the whole point.
Pick it up and it's like black.
I thought the whole point is that you're supposed to go purple so that it looks like someone else's hand as well.
Who's fucking man? Thanos.
Kilgrave.
This is Dan's slash fiction coming to life.
Yes.
Comic
Okay, before we go too far,
Ross is looking really confused.
Into
The
that.
character names.
Before we go too far into that,
also the
because
term slash fiction.
I presumed Thanos was purple. That was all.
the thing is, I know where this is going because whenever we talk about anything remotely sexual, it always ends up on scat. So I'm gonna draw a line onto this here, and I'm gonna go straight to some Dan mail.
Okay, cool.
Okay, because we've had some correspondence with regards to our last episode. Now, this comes from. James Hemming. So the last episode, we were solving
was my problem, wasn't
your actual problem, Ross,
Yeah,
which
I
was
had
getting the hairs.
I had a haircut and I had hairs all down my back and they were itchy.
I believe we
So itchy.
What's that itchy?
we arranged some sort of shoulder pad thing to go on, which had a vacuum on
yeah.
it, so that the hairs would never reach your clothing.
Yep.
But
It was a great idea.
and then we had to. Then we said that we were going to reconsider going forward because you always get the hair in your ear. That will be at some other time. But James Hemming has reminded us of something. The email simply reads: "Already stuck, ladies and gentlemen, the suck cut." And
Prepared to give a complete demonstration.
Okay, Garth. Just sit there and he's gonna put that thing on your melon, okay?
Just a trim, don't buzz me, all right?
So tell me, Ron, exactly how does the suck cut work?
Well, as you can see, it sucks as it cuts.
It certainly does suck.
Well, it makes me want to watch that film again.
how could we forget?
I know.
So I assume the audio will come out
Well,
on
the
the
Michael
on the
Myers
podcast.
was funny.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's obviously from Wayne's World, and if you haven't seen it, to sort of like imagine that in your head, it's basically a hairdryer, sort of like a.
So it looks like a Hoover, but
it's got.
It kind of looks like what you put your foliage in the garden, but the other way up.
Yes, it looks like a compost heap.
A chipper, yeah. It looks like a chipper, but for your hair. So it sucks your hair in.
Yeah, it does look a little bit like that.
It must have like a little gnasher inside that cuts stuff.
So I suppose
gnasher.
That is kind of almost like a rudimentary version of what we proposed.
Yeah.
But mine was the one that I was picturing was like, like shoulder pads, like, maybe some sort of villain. Yeah, like
that was the 80s, right? Or the early 90s at least.
I think it was the 80s.
80s?
80s?
Party time.
Yes.
Excellent.
Was it early 90s, 80s?
80s. I'm going to say 80s.
I'm going to go with you. So basically...
Ali Donaldson has said new meaning to the power gauntlet of Thanos.
yeah.
Well done, sir. I hoist my invisible cap to you.
Which, if you were going to use...
What is going on this episode?
If you were going to use the Infinity Gauntlet to masturbate with, and you could choose one of the
gems
to use in it, which one would you use?
Definitely not the power.
No, unless that tickles your fancy.
Time gem.
So that you can last for more than 10 seconds.
No, the time gem, because you could set it up so you could only have to wank once, but every time, and then
it'd be like a loop.
Space it out, and you could only wank once, but at the same time every day you can get yourself in a position where it's not going to make a mess. And then you just sit there for a few minutes experiencing pleasure, and then sort of culminate without having to do anything except for just sitting there and laying there. A true lazy man's solution using insurmountable power.
Have you guys seen Doctor Strange yet?
No.
Yes.
You have?
No.
Okay. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's a nice bit about time in that which I quite enjoyed.
I'm watching it this week. I've got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it this week.
Definitely worth a watch.
Yes.
It's super cool. Like I really, obviously, I have read Doctor Strange comics, and I always enjoy the sort of the trippiness of them, and it kind of translates quite well.
Yes.
I think
Do
you're
you know
going to
what I
enjoy
watched?
it.
Have you watched this yet? Justice League Dark.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I watched. I'm on the last 10 minutes and I fell asleep the other day. But yes, it's very good.
I might watch that when I get home, actually.
Because I'm a big fan of John Constantine, but it's New 52 John Constantine, which isn't classic Constantine, but still. Ross?
Ross is staring blankly.
I know who Constantine is. That's Keanu Reeves, right?
No, it is not.
Damn it, Reeves.
Ali Donaldson says, mine's gem, so that I can imagine it's Black Widow giving me the old-fashioned.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, again!
That's a good one. How could you utilise the rest of them? The power gem is obviously
yeah. You've got power, mind...
pulverise the damn thing.
Power, mind, time... Oh, fuck. Reality gem. Space. I think there's just a reality gem.
Is it real? Right, okay.
And then I think there... Ali Donaldson.
He needs a theme tune. He interacts with us a lot. We need to think of something.
Ali Donaldson.
Or at least a cool name.
From what I know of Ali Donaldson, he's a bit of a nerd.
Old MacDonaldson had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm there was some...
Thanos.
And on that farm there was some Thanos.
E-I-E-I-O. Right, there we go. There's your theme tune. I wasn't prepared. My theme tunes have to arise from me naturally, Ross.
Yes. Sorry, I pushed you into it.
Put us right on the spot there.
Sorry.
Oh, Christ, Ross.
You could have said no.
Leaving you out the conversation with the comic book stuff.
Has anyone responded yet and told us the Infinity Gems that we've completely forgotten?
No. I'm sure they
Mind, time,
power.
He said, "Oh Christ, not McDonald." It should be stricken from the record. We apologise.
Okay, sorry.
Reality. There's 5, isn't there?
I think there's 5, yeah.
Well, one for each hand.
One for each hand.
One for each knuckle. One for each knuckle.
So this old fashioned for Thanos is getting even more interesting. He's got 5 gems and 5 hands.
Hello.
I'll think of it in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
Sorry, we've really
onwards.
gotten into the woods here.
You've got a little bit of correspondence there yourself.
I do.
haven't you,
It's
Dom?
Linny Watch.
Linny Watch. Linny Watch. Linny Watch.
Sunday. Come to Linny Watch. He says. Sorry, Ross.
I just didn't know what that was.
That was him flying.
It was Jamie Linney flying in. Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
No, it's
No.
Jamie Linney.
No, it's Jamie Linney flying in.
And we're watching him fly. Hi, you sexy bunch of fuckers.
Oh, he's got hit the nail right on the head there. He's so right.
A 2-parter today, but we won't be doing the second part just today. First part is an update on Linny Watch, as you now call it.
Now I've got to try and whistle while I'm laughing.
Linny Watch!
Linny Watch!
Linny Watch! Linny Watch! Anyway. Down to 35 minutes, 36 seconds on my mile swim. Round of applause. And I actually did a round.
You did.
I saw that.
As we do as children in assembly. Then quick change. What? Down to 35 minutes, 36 seconds on my mile swim, then quick change and 3 laps around the leisure centre park. 4.68 miles.
Run.
50. Oh, I see. 50, I'm not au fait with terms of exercise. Then a quick change and 3 laps around the leisure centre park, 4.68 miles in 51 minutes and 34 seconds straight after the swim. Hey, not bad for a Teletubby who turns 44 this year. He's 44.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. He looks better than I do.
He's got 10 years on me.
And he certainly looks better than all of us.
He does.
He's in better shape, that's for
I
sure.
was going to say, he's probably got the heart of a 16-year-old boy.
Of a wild stallion. Also lost 7.5 pounds since mid-January. Another applause. It's like when Jamie's on, it's like we're like a Weight Watchers podcast. And we're like the fat
him his little
fucks lording it over people while still eating
Give him
it.
his little token.
Yeah. Do they give out tokens?
Oh, no, that's AA, isn't it?
I was thinking
that's
Alcoholics Anonymous.
That's the thing,
Same thing, right?
I think it's like conservation of mass, isn't it? Every pound that Jamie Linney loses, one of us puts it on.
That's true. Another few pounds and he'll get back into his wetsuit. At the moment, he looks like Rick Waller trying to get in Vern Troyer's clothes.
I would like to see that.
We have an
Rick
update.
Waller, now that is a nostalgia thing.
We have an update on the gems. Ali says, time, space, mind, power, reality, soul.
So
So that's 6, right?
That is 6.
say again.
Time, space, mind, power, reality, soul. So where's the other finger coming from? Has he got 6 fingers?
He might have 6.
Says,
Is it
bow
one-
to my throbbing
one in the-
baby
Oh,
brain.
one's in
One's
there,
in the-
one's in like on the top
One's
of
on the top of his hand.
What do you call the top of your hand? Because your bottom of your hand's your palm.
Forearm. Forehand. Is it forehand?
Backhand.
Backhand. Sorry, yeah. Give you a backhand you.
Back of the hand. I just think it's strange that you call your front of your hand your palm, but the back of your hand just the back of your hand.
Who says that's the front? That could be the front.
It's the back palm. The palm back.
The back palm back.
Yeah.
It is lashing it down here today, isn't
It
it?
is raining.
Storm Ewan
raining.
has occurred.
Is it Ewan
Is
now?
this Ewan now, is it?
Apparently, yeah.
So Doris is gone, is she?
Doris is fucked off.
I flew in Doris. That was fun.
Oh,
I was
shit.
at the airport. All the planes around me were getting cancelled, and my one flew in it, and it was quite bumpy.
I was driving over the Medway Bridge in Doris, and
Yep.
I experienced like 2 meter visibility with the rain. It was insane.
Wow.
It was a ropey, bumpy start, but once
It
it
was
got
a-
up above the clouds, it was
It was a
okay.
squeaky bum.
I must say it wasn't too bad down this way.
No,
Yeah, not
good
at all.
for you.
Very, it was windier than usual. I had to close the window, otherwise my curtains probably would have escaped. But I feel like Doctor Strange's cloak. Yes. Okay, we got a problem.
We do have
Yes.
a problem.
What is this problem?
This came in on the website. It's ticketpod.com. It's from Richard Holloway from South Ockenden. He says, "Boys, I need a technical solution for a dire problem. When I'm on the tube with my headphones in, I don't know how loud my farts are. What if they're noisy and my fellow travellers are judging me? I just don't know. Help me out."
Well, you say his name's Richard.
It is Richard.
Well,
Dick.
They're judging you anyway because of the foul stench you're probably letting off. Is there anything like my farts in the morning?
So, when you got your headphones in, do you sneak one out though?
No.
You don't risk it.
No.
You don't risk it.
Don't risk it on the tube, no.
As
sometimes-
previously mentioned earlier on in the episode, my farts are close enough to the thing that killed Kim Jong-nam, or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Dom's farts are banned by the UN.
By the Geneva Convention, mate. They are VX gas in rectal gas form.
Well, some of my commutes into London are like 4 hours long, and I can't hold a fart that long. So sometimes I have to sneak one out.
What I think... people in crowded places. I'm going to propose this as an initial solution. Right. People in crowded places. If you are going to let one go, right, I think that you can have some. I'm not going to go into the specifics of the attachment, which will sit in your undercarriage, which will absorb the sound of the trump. But I think what it should do is that you should have like is that it should funnel some of the gas straight, like a bit like a Britney mic, straight to
like
your
a feedback,
nose.
Almost.
Yes, like so maybe you get 10% of the gas released. Because I think that in such close proximity, I think that you have to inflict it on yourself if you're going to inflict it on others in such a confined space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a horrific piece of technology you're creating.
Even then you take your headphones off at the end of a 4-hour ride, you're like, whoa, stinky headphones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is,
What
like,
about
I've been on a
microphone
train
instead. Then you're not actually putting gases in your ears.
I've been. That's what I mean. That it'll have like a little tube that pokes out by your nose.
Oh, so you can smell it as well.
Wafts, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, you can normally smell them anyway, can't you?
But it pipes it straight to you just to punish you a little bit for guffing on a train.
But so then why would you wear it? What's the incentive for the?
Otherwise, you aren't allowed to fart on trains.
And if you do, you
Fair
are
enough.
dealt with summarily.
What if you're
Like
walking
I
around outdoors and you're doing the as you're walking?
Well, that's hilarious.
That's
fine.
acceptable. But then you don't.
I
know,
don't do that.
with your headphones on.
I don't do
you
that.
worried you're going to shit yourself?
Doms go.
Well, I don't do that. First,
Dom's feet come off the ground.
I'll reach orbit, and secondly, I just think it's happened to me before. I'm walking along, and there's some guy up in front,
Walk into the trail.
and then I just go, and you're like, sort of like, it looks like you're being assaulted by a ghost assassin,
Ghost bees.
A wasp.
or you're freaking out because like there's a mosquito around you or something. But I just don't. It's like the most unexpected unpleasantness.
Yeah,
And actually, also on a train or a plane, perhaps this is turning into a Dr. Seuss poem, so I'm going to stop right there. But perhaps on on public transport or something like that as well, it's just as bad because you're sitting there, you're just trying to get to work most of the time, and there's just this foul stench.
But not all farts are stinky. Some days you have a few farts where you're like, well, that's all right.
My farts are always
Yeah, I mean,
stinky.
usually,
Mine are mostly not stinky.
Usually, once I've had my poo in the morning, they don't get stinky until I've had dinner at night.
Yeah.
Like early in the morning and late at night, I got the stinky farts.
Mine is diet depending normally.
I don't know. I'm just generally always stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got messed up guts.
Yeah.
And what about like a muffler? A butt muffler.
I'm not advocating the trumping on a train.
Okay, so you're outright just going to ban it, make it illegal.
I plug that thing up.
Butt muffler, it's good. How would it work?
I would
You
like.
shove it up your butt, Dom.
I'd like it to be like on a trumpet when you get the
The mute.
So
the
it's got
mute.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
That'd be good. So it's basically just a butt plug.
Yes.
Oh God! When Ross was so excited about reading this problem out, I should have known that it was going to involve something going up his bum, as usual.
The question is, will it fit up my bum?
I've heard it's like passing a tic tac down the mouth of a whale.
Well, Speaking,
Smoothly rolling over that, Tom.
speaking,
I deny nothing.
speaking, sort of technically here.
Yep.
What causes the farts?
It must be your butthole flapping,
It's
right?
the sphincter, isn't it?
It's your bum cheeks flapping.
It's your bum cheeks flapping. So if you pull your butt cheeks apart, it goes. Whew.
I should imagine so. Yeah, you might.
I don't think it does.
You might get a bit of a.
It doesn't though, because when you're on the toilet and you're having a particularly rip-roaring time,
Yeah, but you don't
your
get-
butt cheeks are sort of.
But
If you're a larger man, your butt cheeks are slightly pulled apart.
Yeah,
by
but you
the
don't
toilet
get a ripper though, do you? You don't.
Well, I still get a.
Yeah.
It's like a trumpet, like a saxophone, because I own a saxophone. It's like a saxophone with the reed like put on wrong.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Yeah, that comment at the bottom.
Bert Buttstrom's butt muffler endorsed by Ross Phil My Ass Gilbert.
We could have him on the like Papa John or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we could have a sort of 1950s illustration.
How's the clone
yeah.
coming on, by the way?
Yeah, I've had two. They've both said, "Kill me, kill me." Then they're like eldritch horrors from another side.
Yeah, but I think most of the volume comes from the clapping of the buttocks.
Yes,
So you're saying like you put a bit of sponge in there or something to absorb the flap?
Yes.
shock absorbers between the butt cheeks.
Ooh.
Yes.
Some sort of spring-loaded arse cheek spreader.
Fart shocks.
Fart shocks.
Could you just incorporate it into your pants so that when you pull your pants up, it sort of slots into your crack?
Yeah, probably.
Or you could have like a pull toggle that pulls your butt cheeks apart when you're going to fart. So you pull it up, you go, Are you going to demonstrate, are you?
No, I'm sorry. I was a bit uncomfortable and half sitting on my left bollock. So
You don't want to fart on your own balls.
no.
That is bad.
Occasionally, I
news.
roll the chair over mine.
Shut them in the car door.
Sorry, that made me chuckle.
So you go for some sort of sponge-like muffler.
Yeah.
Sponge
Does that have to go into your anus a little bit?
Well,
you
I
have
have
to
to
thumb, you have to thumb it
He's
in.
really pushing for
What
that.
I'm saying is,
Well, you have to anchor it in your butthole a little bit.
what I'm saying is, can you make it so I have to put it in my butt?
Well, I'm sure it can be arranged, Ross. You can put anything in your bum if you try hard enough. As we all know.
What about going about this in a different direction and
Turning farts into burps.
Diagonally?
diagonally?
Diagonally.
And removing the gas before
Oh.
it happens.
How are we removing the gas without just
Well,
poking it out, passing it out another
what
hole?
I'm thinking is what I'm thinking along the lines of is say
A singularity in your guts.
so say
No.
like CO2.
Yes.
If you get CO2 pretty much goes straight from, it kind of largely skips the liquid stage in, if you handle CO2, right?
Yeah.
It goes straight from solid to a gas.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is that, yeah, there's a really particular
Fun fact
Pro-
about CO2, it's got a shadow.
fun fact about CO2 is it screams if you put it on certain heat conductive materials.
Really?
If you get the solid and you put it on like some metal or something, where it
1,000 dinosaur screams.
where it turns straight from a solid and skips liquid and goes into a gas, where it's all escaping, it goes
Like one of those frogs.
Kill me.
yeah, like one of your Burt Buttstrom clones.
That one, but
But what I'm thinking is that, yeah, there's a real particular process to turn CO2 into liquid CO2. So I'm maybe thinking turn farts into some sort of liquid.
So then you like get
you
diarrhea.
pee it out.
You pee it out your butt.
Yeah.
Well, not pee it out your butt, you could pee it out your pee.
Yeah.
They're completely separate though.
You'd
isn't
have
it?
to wire up some new plumbing.
You have to, yeah, you would.
But then you end up accidentally pooping out your willy every now and again.
I just had a really terrible visual.
That is literally the worst soundbite that is ever going to come out of this podcast.
We've had a few.
There have been some horrific.
Imagine the first time that happens. Imagine the shock. Oh my word. Oh my God.
What? So what you're imagining is it sucks it in and then it comes out your asshole inside out or something?
No, I'm talking about pooping out your willy. Isn't there a little bit of poo getting
Like a
in
bit
your-
of poop coming
You're
out
talking
your
about
willy.
the liquid methane or whatever it is going out your wee hole
I thought you were
as
talking about
liquids.
your penis coming out your butthole.
No, I'm talking about pooping from your urethra.
What?
I don't know. I just like, what?
No.
Because of the new plumbing going wrong and creating a vacuum or something.
No, I'm talking about it letting more than liquids through.
Oh,
letting
pooping out
letting
your
a little bit
pee
of
hole.
solid come out.
Poop coming out of your urethra.
Oh, I see. Didn't that happen in an episode of South Park?
Did it?
I think so.
No, they pooed out their mouths.
That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to invent a sort of a piss poop.
A piss poo.
A piss poo.
Would it
A
not?
plasmic waste product.
To turn methane into a liquid has to be lowered in temperature, right? So would that not freeze your penis as it comes out?
Well, you'd have to insulate the penis then, wouldn't you? We'd have to have mega cyber penises.
Dan's already got one of those. It's just us two.
Yeah, and all this,
Lost it in an arm.
yeah, and all this talk about penises is getting me rather erect.
What's doing noises? This vehicle is beep, beep, beep. This penis is going from flaccid to turgid.
When I engage in intercourse, it sounds like it's like a can. It's like a can going.
Defenders. Under health and safety law.
If I masturbate, I get those white hands where the nerves have been damaged.
HRV. It's called.
Holy shit!
Oh, Ali, I think our only listener today, is just said, like a bird, they shit and piss out the same hole.
Do they?
Genetic splicing.
The
question mark.
cloaca, isn't it? Isn't that where that comes out of?
Is that really? Is that true?
According to Ali.
Do you know what I would like to do one day through this show? Is
Dissect a bird?
No, I would actually like to be possibly, maybe personally involved in the next evolutionary step, which I think is probably all of our waste products coming out in one nice once a day package.
An efficient waste disposal
Yes, yeah. Because I mean, as you know, I'm a one a day poo man.
unit. Yes, we do know this.
I am now. I've changed my diet, and now I am.
Yeah,
It used to be 2 or 3.
one a day. First thing in the morning, have my cup of tea, and then I go for a 10-minute poop.
I've got down for 3 a day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
They say 2 is healthy, though, don't they?
Yeah,
2 is supposed to be the
healthy,
norm.
Yeah.
I'm down to 3. Once in the morning, once sort of a little bit after lunch, and once before I go to bed.
So I don't need that later one in the day.
No, I
Never.
always need to poop.
It's-
I always need to poop at night. If I don't poop at night, I wake up in the morning with a very, very bloated stomach.
Wow.
After the first thing I eat, that's when I need to poop. Yours is when you smoke, isn't it? Or it was anyway.
It used to be, yeah. if
I
had
know
my-
Dan's bowel movements that well,
Had my cup of tea and cigarette. Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's cup of tea and a vape.
and that does the same thing.
Yeah, well,
Loosen
it's
the
got
loaf, nicotine
little
and
bit-
caffeine, loosen the loaf.
little bit,
Yeah.
little bit of nicotine. Yeah.
So after I've eaten something, that's it. And then sometimes, maybe lunchtime.
I drink an awful lot of coffee as well. That's probably why I poop.
Yeah, a bit of caffeine. Yeah.
No, I don't drink any of that. So it's just
That
the water.
speeds things up somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, one day I would like all of our waste products to be distilled into one waste product.
That just comes out of a thumbnail. It's like,
Well, I just think I
Cry a
like,
single tear.
I would like it to get like maybe develop like a hard casing, like a Smartie, like just a large Smartie, so
a
you
candy shell
so that you
with a
don't-
soft inside.
yeah, so that it's a self-contained poop. It's got all the urine products in
Does
there.
that mean you could just walk down the street and have a poop and it just fall out your trouser leg?
Well, I mean, I think you'd probably keep a little pouch in your pants, and then deposit it, and then when you can get to a bin or whatever,
Just
some
whip it
sort of
out.
receptacle, just pop it in there. You wouldn't have to wash your hands because it'd be just contained.
So this shell would be sterile, is what you're saying.
Well, it'd be like a Smartie shell, mate. Yeah, basically just made out of maybe the sugar products that we eat.
It would
The
melt in your mouth,
Sugar
not in
can
your
actually
hands.
do it
It's
like a
crystallised
real,
into
like a real
this shell.
Smartie. Yeah, so it would just be sort of like a sweet. If you did want to eat your own turd,
It'd be sweet on the outside and
pooey on the
horrific,
inside.
horrific on the inside.
It would
yeah.
melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Yeah.
Like an M&M.
That's what I dream of that future, because like like
I'm not sure that's the next evolutionary step, but
I love going and having a poo. I do love going and having a poo. In the morning, like, you know, I like to sit down, catch up on some news, maybe read a little bit of a book. You know, I read a comic when I'm on the toilet quite often.
It's a little bit of a treat, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
It's a bit of downtime when nobody really bothers you.
But it is...
it's something completely to yourself.
It's what comes afterwards that, you know, I take no joy in wiping my own bum.
No, same.
No, and I
say wiping my own, like I take no joy in wiping my own bum. I take great joy in wiping others.
Well, I think we've got it all wrong because in Europe they use a bidet and it's so much cleaner.
Yeah, I mean I'm all for that, but still, it's just, you know, it's the cleaning. Got to wash your hands, like
you're gonna have to bleach that bidet every other.
All
day,
of the actual, other than the poo, the poo itself, that 10 minutes of pure bliss. I'm all for that. Like the rest of that, like the smell, the cleaning.
I'm not offended by my own smell.
No, everyone likes their own brand.
Of course you're not, but then you inflict it on other people, aren't you? You know, your girlfriend has to use the toilet after you. And sometimes, even if I have a really bad one in the morning, I go out and like brush my teeth and whatnot, and then I have to go back in there and I think, oh, Jesus Christ. Like once you've been like...
It's always a problem when you've had a poo and then you need to clean your teeth in the same bath.
Yeah, it feels warm in there somehow.
The moisture content has been raised.
Ew. So maybe as a byproduct from my new Smartie poops, you could do the same thing with the expulsion of gas.
Turn them into Smarties.
Well,
little balloons.
Yeah, like little balloons. Yeah, and they
You
can
just go up to people in the street and go, bang.
Yeah.
They're like the ultimate self-producing stink bomb.
Yeah.
Before you know it, all the cool kids will be sucking them outside nightclubs.
What is wrong with you today?
Again, ew. I realised I was out of frame there for at least 5 minutes. I was leaning back on my chair.
Come back in. Come back into the frame.
Hello. I was going to say something earlier, actually, as well. This is very nostalgic today for the podcast because we don't look back too much retrospectively.
Are you dying or something? Is that what's going on here?
My God.
You've done a little bit of nostalgia today, and
well, you know, as I say, I'm a 3-a-day man, and it's just not stopping. it's growing exponentially. Soon,
I think
I'm going to pull out my organs, and then my skin, then my musculature, then my skeleton.
Put out another dom.
Yeah, and then from the resulting soup will arise my apotheosis. You know, an indestructible Dom figure. You're right. You look troubled by something.
No, I was hoping that wasn't fucking things up because all these pop-ups have just come up on my screen.
It'd be so good if part of this, like, if you get like a text on your Mac while you're doing this, like it pops up on the live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, does
it?
Just
comes out from the top. No, it doesn't.
It's just some sort of sexy text.
Oh, one of those. Do you still need those penis? Do you still need those penis enlargement pills you were asking about?
Yeah. From Matilda.
Mr. Gilbert's your urinalysis is ready.
Lydia says it's not okay.
Do they still do the old Lydia thing for
Don't know. It's been some time since I've done it.
Yeah.
With regards to your recent appointment, Mr. Gilbert, we can confirm that pooping out of your willy is not normal.
This is Ross's, because he set up this question to lead us to that exact question to try and find a solution for his pee-pee pooping problem.
Pee-pee pooping problem.
There we go.
That's the name of the podcast.
I'm back on form. But no, what I was going to say is we haven't done much of the...
you were going for nostalgia.
Yeah, we haven't done much of like the whole cult thing and the whole like sort of R&D and the whole like, you know, the very real parts of our lives that we used to talk about but don't anymore.
It's because I've run out of stories, mate.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like the cult and...
You want to go back to doing the cult, do you?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
We can start it back up if you want. All we need is just one good sacrifice.
That's true. Maybe we get Ali Donaldson to come on the podcast.
Yes.
Seeing as is he literally the only person?
And he sent many a comment since. Do you want to read some of these out?
I do. Let's find out. Let's see if he's worthy of sacrificing.
He has to be pure.
Like an eggshell.
Pure
Chickens
filth.
typically lay 1 egg a day. Genetic splicing, like a shitty Lazarus Dom. I think referring
Interesting when we're talking about my waste product, how my mind went straight to a poop Smartie, completely ignoring eggs.
It's true.
Which is something which does naturally come out of animals' bodies. Eggs.
Eggs.
No,
Poop
poop
egg.
Smarties.
Poop Smarties.
But eggs don't seem as
But I
sanitary.
think the idea of using the excess sugar
Yeah.
to create the shell is not a bad idea. Because
Yeah.
also it'd be better for your health.
yeah, because
Yeah,
you
it
get rid
would
of
be.
sugar.
Yeah.
It would be like a mini egg, Cadbury's mini egg.
It would be like
A really
Cadbury-
shitty
would be like
mini
a
egg,
Cadbury's
mind.
mini egg, yeah.
Yeah, with a little sugary shell around it.
Be a great like April Fool's prank.
Oh yeah, a small bag of poop wrapped in sugar.
Tiny. Oh, these. I got you a giant Smartie.
Talk about farts. There we go.
The klaxon has sounded.
The klaxon sounded.
So how are we solving Richard's?
Dick's problem.
Yes.
Dick's problem.
I'm with you on the Smarties. I
I'm with
prefer
you on the
Smarties
Smarties.
over the eggs.
You go for the Smarties.
Yeah,
Smarties
Smarties
and
have the
balloons.
answer.
They do have the
Yeah.
answer, yeah.
Poop Smarties have the answer.
No.
Smart. It's not going to work. It wasn't going to work as well as I thought. I was going
What?
to say Smarties have the fartser,
No.
but it's not going to work in quite as well.
Only Smarties have the arser. We're getting ahead of ourselves and naming the podcast. So is that what we're going with? We're going
I'd like to go
I'm
with
happy
that,
with
We're
poop.
going for
I'm
poop.
happy with that.
We're going
I'm
for
happy
poop Smarties.
Poop Smarties.
And can we apply this to my dog as well, so I don't have to pick up poop?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll do it to everything.
It's going to be complete. Basically, I think what we're going to need is a lot of radiation, dangerous levels of radiation, to really kick up the speed of evolution.
Well, I'm sure there's an impending nuclear war coming, so we'll be fine with that.
Yeah. Just start throwing people. What we'll do is we'll just start experimenting. We'll throw new inductees to the cult, Abby Donaldson, into basically just a chamber which is saturated with dangerous levels of
Strontium-13.
radiation, and throw a pack of Smarties in, see what happens.
Marv Man and Ali Donaldson was just listening to a podcast. Then an accident with a radiation room and a pack of Smarties has turned him into Poop Smarty Man. And literally his only power is he poops Smarty. Poops Smarties full of poo, but he uses them as weapons.
But what it could
like
be
grenades,
is what
just throws them at people.
What if he could put whatever he wanted into the poop? Like he could like sort of go, like if he needed
crack it
something.
open. There's a gun in there.
Like
or
if he
something.
needed something, yeah, he could like eat a gun and eat a knife and then like
Why would he do that when he could just use the knife and the gun?
and eat a key and like or like a lockpick set or something like that, and then like when he needs it, he could just and then
Oh, I
crack,
see. He's using it as a form of storage.
yeah,
as
then
opposed to-
crack the Smartie open. And he's got like he'd be in a room and it's like a
a locked room. Yeah.
do you expect me to talk, Blofeld? Or,
No, Mr.
No,
Donaldson.
Goldfinger. No, Mr. Donaldson. I expect you to die. Like I'm going to leave you here. You're going to get cut to smithereens by my laser. And then he's just like, ugh. And instead of like doing, those kind of Bond things, that just move out.
Yeah.
That happened
Mirror.
in Cats and Dogs, didn't it? Where they had the little poop and they would have they would open it up and there would be something inside that they could use as a weapon.
That must be
And
where
it
I've
also
taken inspiration
happened
from.
in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. There was like a little bird thing that pooped
Ross
out
is
their legs.
very boned up on the
Things are coming out of people's bums, yes.
poop capsules.
It's true.
Okay.
Excellent.
So that's how we're going to solve it then.
Solved.
All waste products in a convenient Smartie.
Is it solved?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's solved.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cavonia.
Okay.
I'm trying something new this week.
So I can
Instead of
see-
whacking the table.
I can see. So we need to think of a name.
Pee pee poo poo problem. Or was it poo poo pee pee problem? Penis poo problem. Poopy penis problems? Only Smarties have the arser?
Poop out of my penis.
I never want to think about that again, Ross.
A really thin, long poop.
Oh, like Play-Doh.
Oh, coming out of Play-Doh spaghetti machine. A crispy candy coating. A soft poopy inside.
Armadillos. Crunchy on the outside, disgusting on the inside.
I like armadillos! Anyway,
Showing our age.
You could just call it Poop Smarties. Crispy on the outside, horrendous on the inside.
I quite like that.
I quite like that one. Actually, that's the one that's made us most laugh. Yeah, I think we should do that one.
We're going to go with that then.
Yeah.
Okay, so the episode is called Poop Smarties, crispy on the outside, horrendous on the inside. Fantastic. Well, what a day it has been.
So at the beginning of the episode, you're like, whenever we talk about sex, it just comes back to scat. And once it comes back, and you led us there. So you talk about farts. And then you were like, let's go over the whole problem and just get rid of poo.
I can just picture myself on the train going up to London because I edit these on the train, upload them, and I'm just going like this, shaking my head. What is my life?
And then that little fart.
So we will be back on Monday.
We will.
With the news.
Will we?
At Sticks.
We will.
Yes.
We will be back on Monday, and we'll be back next week, Thursday, for the full-length episode where we want your problems to solve. So you can head to stickitpod.com.
Stickitpod.com.
That is stickitpod.com. And you can access from there all of our social media, all of the past episodes where you can go back and hear where the beginnings of the cult.
You won't be able to hear the beginnings for long, I'd just like to add, because by the time once we get to 300 episodes, they start chopping off the beginning ones.
No.
Yes. So
how close are we to episode 100?
We are on 85 now.
We're on the way, mate.
You will need to chop with the 100 episode idea. You've only got 15 weeks to sort it out.
Well, I think we do have an idea for it, don't we? We just need to actually sort it out.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and from stickitpod.com, you can send us your problems. You can access all of our social media. You can find all of the previous episodes, so you can see exactly where all these stupid jokes come from. And you can see small illustrated pictures of our nice faces, if you're into faces.
I know I am.
But for this week, I've been Dan.
I've been Dom.
I've been Ross.
You can stop this anytime.